This is bullshit. Spent most of today lying down, sick, in pain on my left side that I've been dealing with this for 5 going on 6 months. I called a couple of different places, a couple of different hospitals, and they're all basically saying the same thing. That, you have to have an appointment to get seen by a specialist. I need to see a specialist now. Well, we're only booking for weeks or months out. Do you have insurance? No, I don't have insurance. Well, then, unfortunately, we can't see you here without payment. So we would recommend going to the ER. However, if I go to the ER, they're going to charge me something like, $5,000. They have to see me, but they're going to charge me something like $5,000. They're not going to take care of me. They're going to take one look at me and say, well, you're not dying right now, so there's nothing we can do for you. You need to go to a specialist. So it's just it's a loop. The ER says to go to the specialist. The specialist says, we can't see you because of non-payment, so go to the ER. And ultimately, I don't get any care. I have been trying to file paperwork and do things with the government. I got denied for Medicaid because the state that I'm in provides the absolute bare minimum. And even though, I'm basically disabled right now and I can't work, that still doesn't qualify me. And it's aggravating because to get on Medicaid, it's almost like you have to be on Medicaid to get on Medicaid. Because the thing with Medicaid, at least in this state, and I'm not sure if this is how it works across the country, but with Medicaid, you have to be declared officially disabled by the government, by Social Security. And the only way you're able to get, declared disabled by Social Security is by seeing doctors, getting tests, and confirming what's actually going on. And then usually they'll also want to do another doctor on their end just to make sure that you're not milking the system. Because obviously if you have a chronic disease, you should be able to do anything and everything, wheelchairs and cancer be damned. But I've been working with a couple of different government agencies and trying to speak to some of the, nonprofits and other aid organizations in my area, and I called several of them today, and I got put on hold for forever, and then told to leave a message or hung up on. No calls, no response back. I'm working with our local county indigent care health department right now, and once again, it's nothing but roadblocks. There's no care. Literally there's no care. It's literally just it's just a series of roadblocks. I file for this, and there's a ton of paperwork you have to do to be able to, get them to pay for aid, pay for care. Even if you're basically homeless, like me, unemployed and broke and disabled. And the stuff that's been going on with me, most of the doctors I've talked to pretty much agree that it's an autoimmune disease. They just don't know which one it is. And it's unclear how long I've had it for. I've had severe symptoms for about 5 to 6 months now. That's prevented me from working or doing hardly anything other than just getting my brains out. A dozen times or more a day, and most times on most days just laying down in bed in pain. So, and I don't have a job and I'm broke because of that medical stuff. And I don't have health insurance because I don't have a job because of the medical stuff. And so it's just a merry-go-round of bullshit. Everybody just tries to pass the buck and say it's not our issue, and then so many people like myself just end up dying in that gray zone, which it seems like that's intentional. That's intentionally how the system is designed, so that you're not a cost to anyone and you end up dying. Though I do have to wonder, and I don't know the numbers about this, but I really do have to wonder, you know, right now I don't make that much, but, you know, if I'm working, I'm making money for a company. If I'm working, I'm paying taxes. If I'm not working, I'm not doing either of those. And the longer that I'm not working, the longer that I'm not contributing to business revenue, I'm not contributing to the economy, I'm not contributing to taxes. So I just really wonder if it's actually worth it to have this bullshit healthcare system that we have versus just fucking getting me seen, getting me fixed up enough to where I can work and manage whatever it is that's going on with me and get back to work so that I can live my life, make, you know, the economy, make a business some money, and also pay taxes to the government. So it's been very frustrating, extremely frustrating. And I just keep hitting walls, and I keep getting people saying to, you know, Department A says to go to Department B, and Department B says to go to Department A, and absolutely everybody's going to hold to policies and procedures, standards and practices. They'll put you on hold for hours, hang up on you if they, you know, you ask to speak to a supervisor. It's absolutely maddening. But the best case scenario I have is I've been filing paperwork with the county health office to see if they can help pay for my care. Even if going through this process, I might get denied care. And then I have to further keep fighting them with, I don't know, some kind of legal aid, hopefully. Free legal aid, hopefully. You know, given how everything's going right now, weeks, months, maybe, and my symptoms continue to go downhill. Every couple of weeks, you know, it seems like something new and awful is happening with me. But even if I'm approved, okay, this is the best case scenario, even if after, you know, going through this whole process and getting approved, okay, even if I get all of that, which is a relatively, you know, low chance of happening, even if this all happens, I have to find a provider, whether it be a private physician or a hospital, that's willing to accept payment from the indigent care program through my county health department. So there's a very good possibility that even if I do get approved for this funding, and even if I do have the funding, the people I want to, or maybe even need to see, may not accept that payment. They may not accept that type of gold. We only accept this type of gold, not that type of gold. And so, you know, if I can't pay these doctors and I can't get seen, I'm going to continue to get sick. And one of the things that scared me a little bit recently is some of the symptoms that have come up. And maybe it's Google, and maybe it's actually a thing, but, you know, some of the symptoms, they could be cancerous. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, and the people who I need to see and the test I need done are just not happening. And this has been going on for 5, now going on 6 months. So I guess, you know, the main point across here is the peasants. Fuck them all. Let them die. That'll solve all the issues.